reinforce themselves and make a statement in the PVL Reinforced Conference, the heart of volleyball.
Hit the ground, 느낌은 crystal clear. Go now, I got no fear. Heartbeat racing louder than a gun. 이 순간 난 already won. I'm invincible, nothing can break me. Limitless flow, don't try to chase me. Crash like a wave, wild and free. You move that way, I'm all you see. Invincible, na 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 na. Na 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 na. Invincible, na 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 na. Na 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 na. Gucci, I know.
You know, the producers of this program are just so smart. They decided not to put the announcers in their OBB. Can you imagine us doing that? I think we can. We can do it. It's just that the producers are just so smart instead of putting all of us there. But this is the smart part. We have Group B games here today in the Reinforced Conference. Our assignment is CHERY against Akari, and Akari wants to win again, while CHERY wants to start winning. The second game, Zeus Coffee goes up against Gallery's Tower. And later on, straight into the evening, 6:30 p.m., Creamline tries to get back on the winning track as they go up against the Petrogas Angels. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Smart Araneta Coliseums. That's Jules Israel over there. Jamie Lavitory is my partner, of course. Important in a conference, in a tournament, to start winning right away.
That's right. You always want to have a strong start. As for Akari, they defeated the Creamline Cool Smashers, and for the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers, they are coming up from a loss against you. So this is the time to get better and learn from your mistakes.
Okay, let's take a look at the team standings. I'm not sure if we're going split screen or double on this, but I guess we are going split screen. Pool A and Pool B, this is where we are, but all our games today are in Pool B.
That's right. Well, for Pool A on the left, PLDT, Chocamucho, and the Farm Fresh Foxes have all won their games so far. The PLDT high-speed hitters defeated the Capital One Solar Spikers in 3 sets, and the Farm Fresh Foxes defeated Nexet in 4. And yesterday, Chocamucho had a big win against the Signal Super Spikers. Now on the right side, in Pool B, the Petrogas Angels, Zeus Coffee, Thunderbelt, and Akari have all won their games. So this is currently the first preliminary round, but after this round, the top 3 teams will face another pool on the bottom 3 teams. So moving forward, yes.
They will cross over, so to speak. And because it's a reinforced conference, we of course have imports. We have a Cuban import who is carrying the load for CHERY Tiggo.
That's right. That is Uni Batista. She did the heavy lifting in that game against Zeus Coffee. She's a steady receiver, can attack. She is vocal, but the reinforcement of Zeus Coffee actually outperformed her in that last match. She was able to tally 22 points, but it's not just her that needs to step up. Everyone needs to share that load for CHERY Tiggo.
Okay, let's go to Jules. Jules was able to talk to CHERY Tiggo, in fact, both teams. What do you have, Jules?
7 Jamie, someone is awake and ready today for the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers, and that is Uni Bautista. She had 3 shots of espresso this morning. Actually, 7 Jamie, this is also how she bonds with her teammates, and with this fresh cup of coffee today, it's also a fresh mindset. They learned that they had lapses in connection and communication last game, which they already worked on, and she told me that in her 14 years of playing volleyball internationally, the Philippines just has a different patience and respect for the game. It's very exciting to see how she'll perform today, given that 3 shots of espresso in her veins today.
What? What?
3.
3.
3.
Wow.
Isa lang, nahihilo na ako eh. Pero 3 daw, pampag-isip siguro. No? And Cuban volleyball has been one of the powerhouses
Right.
as far as world volleyball is concerned.
That's right. Well, Jules, let's talk about that other game that occurred.
That's
Big
right,
win, yes.
Jamie. So on the other side of the court, we have another reinforced guest in Annie Mitchum. She gave big points in their win over Creamline last Saturday, and she told me that she was stressed, but also she felt supported by her teammates, and she actually credits Justine Hazareno, captain and libero, as well as setter Mars Alba for their win. And you know, 7 Jamie, her approach to life is just so chill. She's just a gem to talk to, and she told me that even if she's stressed, she won't give up. And that's exactly the mindset that we'll see today. They're looking for a second win, and I think Annie Mitchum might just give them that.
Okay, but you know, winning against Greenline is a tall order.
Yes.
You know, they're such a champion team, of course, but I can imagine Akari. It looks like they won a championship
Yes.
when they won for the first time against Greenline.
You know, it's crazy to think that Annie Mitchum was actually stressed during that game, but she was so consistent. She was calm. She exudes that quiet confidence. And of course, Justine Hazareno, Fifi Sharma, and Seth Domingo all fired up in that game. It was my first time seeing the middle blockers of Akari explode in that sense. And all credit to Mars Alba. Imagine in all those 10 games, Akari finally beat the Creamline Cool Smashers this past weekend.
Absolutely. But of course, in our coverages, we're going to pose a question in a short while. Jules?
Of course, the Filipinas Live question of the day for today is, which team will put up more blocks? We'd love to hear from you. And if you're supporting and watching us online as well, talk to us and let's talk about today's games with the hashtag PVL2025.
Okay, let's get this full schedule going. I'd have no idea. It could be 3 5-setters, 3 4-setters, or it could be just 3 3-setters. So you gotta watch. In our first game, we're gonna have Cherry going up against Akari. Don't go too far away from the heart of volleyball. Wala, ayun, meron.
There. Yeah, it's okay na.
Kailangan madiid.
Yeah, you gotta press that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Smart Araneta Coliseum in Cubao and the reinforced conference of the Premier Volleyball League, the heart of volleyball. 3 exciting preliminary matches await you today in this first of 2-round preliminaries. Match number 9 features our CHERY Tiggo Crossovers. And fresh from a winning weekend, our Akari Chargers. Officiating this match, we have our national referees. First referee, Mr. Bobby Celso. Second referee, Mr. Marlon Macabenta. Let's call on our starting lineup from our CHERY Tiggo Crossovers. Let's begin with our team captain. She wears jersey number 2, Abigail Maraño. At number 1, Princess Robles. Wearing jersey number 4, Jasmine Nabor. At number 10, Victonara Galang. Wearing jersey number 22, Pauline Marie Monique Gaston. And at number 25, guest player from Kazakhstan, Yunieska Robles Batista. Starting libero is number 9, Jennifer Nerva. And head coach, Mr. Norman Miguel. Calling on our Akari Chargers. Let's begin with jersey number 2, Mariofi Sharma. At number 5, Gretchel Soltones. Wearing jersey number 13, Celine Domingo. At number 19, Marion Alba. Number 22 is guest player from Texas, USA, Annie Mitchum. And number 24, Christine Joy Soyut. Starting libero is their team captain, number 15, Justine Azareno. And head coach, Miss Christina Salak. This match is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusement Board. Match number 9 in preliminaries of Pool B. The reinforced
Just about ready to put the ball into play. First of 3 games here today. And you're taking a look at the starting lineups, both clubs. Jamie, they're starting with all the big guns.
That's right. We had Pauline Gaston earlier there with Uni Batista. And for the Akari Chargers, Ced Domingo, Fifi Sharma, Ellie Soyud, Mars Alba, Annie Mitchum, the reinforcement, Gretchel Sotones, and their starting libero, Justine Hazareno. So same for 6 in their last game.
Yep. And I was telling Gretchel Sotones, Gretch, tagal na natin ginagawa ito. I've seen her from her rookie years.
Right.
And it's nice to see her still and catch up with the current generation of players. It's also nice to see Tina Salak and Norman Miguel calling the shots for the respective teams here today. Mars Alba with a new team gets us underway. First attack. Batista. The touch. And we are still in play. First dig, first long rally. Abby does what she does best, but it's kept in play by Mitchum. That's inside.
That is Gretchel Sotones starting things off for the Akari Chargers. Going cross court. I mean, Mars Alba, the new addition of the Akari Chargers, is completely changing the way Akari is here this conference, especially in that last match against the Creamline Cool Smashers.
It's not every day you get a chance to win against Creamline, and Creamline trying to keep it cool about losing that game, but I'm sure knowing them, they want to bounce back very quickly. In the meantime, I do not like seeing this early on. Slow in picking herself up is Nerva. Sometimes, you know, those dives and slides, you don't think they hurt you, but before you know it, could be more than you had imagined. In the meantime, underway, With the count, Akari ahead 2-0. Robles with a gentle tap. Soyud slaps it over and Galang can't get to it. And Batista telling Galang, that's my ball. Jules, go ahead.
Behind every good play is a quick thinking setter, and the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers have found that in Jasmine Nabor. They might not have started the conference with a win, but she learned to prepare and anticipate for whatever comes her way. Whether it's a good first ball or not, she will find a way to turn the bad tides into a good run for her team. She has recently learned the art of staying composed and staying calm, which is the steady presence CHERY needs as they hope to achieve that first win. 7, Jamie.
Thank you very much. Jules Israel is our courtside reporter today, and we have another long rally. Akari is ahead 3-0. Soyud hits, but hits it long.
There's a clear attack going outside for Ellie Soyud here. The CHERY Tiggo Crossovers down by 2 here, still trying to find their rhythm, trying to recover from that last game against the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells.
We have the current count at 3-1 here in the opening set. Robles doesn't get the crawl on the net, and it'll be Akari 4, CHERY at 1.
Right, the Akari Chargers will be rewarded that point. As said Domingo, incredible game in their last match against the Creamline Cool Smashers.
Here's Soyud, who's always been playing late, especially this 2025.
Yes.
This one is out, and CHERY gets its second point via that missed serve. You know, one thing we learned from the world men's volleyball is, you gotta serve hard.
Serve tough.
Diba?
That's your first attack, basically.
Because we're worried, you have to put it in. But coaches in the world volleyball, and regardless, even in the women's tournament, the serving has to be a first weapon, as he pointed out. And this is the first touch of our panel
Nice
on
block.
the ball.
Monster block by Arvin.
Yeah, Arvin, the libero got the block. That's illegal, but
Good try, good try.
yeah, good try. Akari with the early lead here, and they have the serve as Soltones shoots down the middle with Gaston.
What a swing by Pauline Gaston there. Late was, the block rather, was late for the Akari Chargers. That's a quick set by Jasmine Nabor. Good swing.
Jazz has also improved tremendously as a setter. Here's Aragalang. Down that right line. That is inside. Missing Nierba, who avoided it. May have felt that it was going out,
Outside,
actually.
right. Miscalculated that one, Jen Yerba. Let's take a look at the swing of Annie Mitchum.
Ooh, right there.
Corner pocket.
Here's Domingo and her serve. Nierba swings it over to... What happened here? And the point will go to Akari.
Mr. Steve struggling here for the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers.
This is that part of the first set, if you're Norman Miguel rather, you're trying to calm down. What's happening to my team? Do I wait for the technical timeout? But in the meantime, this shot is long, and Akari will now get its 8th point.
So errors piling up here, but a challenge will be called for the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers. Ball in, ball out challenge. Norman Miguel very active here, talking to his his squad rather.
No way, his teammates also.
Right.
But Coach Norman, I've known him for a long time also, but that's out apparently. Inside that, okay. Coach Norman, even when he was an assistant, quite a talker, and we always have fun laughs after the game, and I tease him a lot, but he's such a joyful volleyball person. The score now stands at 7-4.
Good receive by Annie Mitchum.
Yes, indeed. Mitchum fires and hits the floor.
Very deceiving, her attack there.
And we have the first technical timeout of this match. Akari with the early lead, 8-4. We're still live, coming to you from the Smart Arena at the Coliseum. Seb Sarmenta, Jamie La Victoria, and Jules Israel. Your broadcast trio for the first game here today, all Pool B games. As we have the attack, elevated high. They want to go to Mitchum again early. Princess gets to it. Attack by Batista. It's on the floor. And somersault by Sultanes.
Uni getting her point there from the back row attack, targeting Mars Alba here. Good strategy by Jasmine DeBoer. A little bit late in that reaction. Talk about Mars Alba.
Over the last 2 decades, the Cuban national women's volleyball team, they look like clones. They look exactly like Batista.
Yes, yes.
You can multiply.
Physique.
You can make photocopies of her, and that's the cut that Cuba likes. And there was a time when even when the libero was already instituted, they didn't want to have liberos. They thought their thinking was everybody has to have the same skill set. In the meantime, back to the present. Soyud tosses it over down to the middle. Batista stretches. Robles denied. Soyud with good hands.
The attack can't get past the net. Talking about Cesc Robles.
And this should be interesting. We'll try to listen into Norman Miguel as he tries to recalibrate his team. Down by 5.
Let's work on. Mahina pa ang serve natin, out of target pa siya. Okay, simulan muna uli natin dyan. Okay? O, tara. Let's take advantage. Nasa likod yung...
This is what I love about the reinforced conference. In a matter of 3 games, the imports will know how to speak Tagalog and Filipino. Trust me on this. And I thought, it's only in the Philippines. When I watch foreign games, when they watch the Japanese and watch others, they get the hang of it.
The basic.
The volleyball language is fundamentally the same. Somebody is taking care of somebody there. 10-5 tally here. Mitchum and her serve. Nice set. Well done. And Abby with the swag.
With the swag, with the stare down, never gets old for Abby Maranyo here.
I think it's kind of expected from her.
We love that. Short running attack, successful, targeting Mars Alba.
Here's Jas Nabor.
Good receive by Gretchel.
Soyud shoots and it's off some hands, and Akari gets it 11 points.
You know, we see Akari making those in-game adjustments early on. Quick side out, not giving any momentum to the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers.
Yes. In the meantime, will be serving. Batista receiving cleanly. Robles denied, but Nabor has hands on it. Cut shot by Galang. Let's try this again. Mitchum says, I'm here. Alba to the other side. Oh, good pickup by Jan. From the middle we go, and it's out of reach.
It's a team effort by the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers. Beautiful dig by Jen Yerva. An activation on that back row attack by Batista.
Jan seems to have recovered from that early hit on the floor.
Right.
Sometimes
Steady.
It sometimes can shake you. And,
Gets in your head sometimes.
The cobwebs are still there. And you in some pain. I mean, let's be realistic as Robles will serve. Mitchum on the receiving end. Oh,
that's
quick.
a good set.
Yes, indeed. The shoot set. Excellently done.
We've seen that against the Creamline Cool Smashers. That B quick attack is lethal for the Akari Chargers here. Whether the receive is off the net, on the net, Mars Alba will still force that set.
What an education coming from Tina Salakan on how to do these things.
The OG.
I miss her playing, but I'm happy to see more women coaching, really. Alba. Blocked. Recycled offense. Yerba says, Puto, I got it. Here's Batista with a gentle tap, but still in play. The reverse. Batista hoists it high, and they're unable to keep it in play.
I'm seeing multiple wasted opportunities coming from the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers. Good receive by Jen. Defense. But then it's followed by a miscue. Luckily, Seth Domingo having that hang time on that back quick attack for Akari.
This game started with Akari on fire right away. Early 4-1 lead, but the serve is out of play, and that'll give Cherry its 8th point. 5-point lead by the Chargers. Here's Abby Maranyo.
Good serve.
Battle of the setters, and Batista may have been called for. A challenge is forthcoming here.
Challenge will be called now for the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers.
Usually it's a net touch issue. But the call actually was it the back row player or was it an overreach?
I believe overreach.
Overreach.
Reaching beyond.
But you know, volleyball players just shout it when they're on the ground. Overreach, overreach. Okay. Yeah, it's a reaching beyond issue. What you think?
Reaching beyond, yes.
Yes, it is.
The ball is still on the side of Akari.
Yes. Batista so
She's
disappointed.
like,
Well, video not supporting her contention. So it's 14-8. It's a 6-point lead on you for Akari. Robles. I'll get the point some other
what
way.
a dig.
Yes.
Justine.
Nice slide to the floor by Nerva. This one out of reach and out of the floor.
A good eye by Justine Hazarena, knowing that attack of Batista going outside. Akari on a roll here in set number 1.
You know, Batista wanted to get that point back after being called for that reaching beyond issue earlier. But she overpowered it. Robles has been the target of the serves. Oh,
Good.
kept in play. Big heave coming from the Sereno here. Nerva says, libero to libero tayo. Blocked and on safe territory. 8-point lead as we hit the second technical timeout. Tibay, defensive play of the set. Brought to you by Elastosil. Selyado ang bubong. Anumang panahon. And we will be back with you here at Smart Araneta. We have you back with us here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Sultanas and her team ahead by 8. This one is outside. They're a little over-eager on that cross with Batista firing that. They're missing the target. They missed it at least 3 times here.
And the receive and sets are perfect for the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers. The offense a bit shaky now for CHERY Tiggo.
Robles trying a different route here.
Still outside.
Still outside.
In that same spot, zone 5, as Coach Norman Miguel will call another challenge.
Yeah. And this is the biggest lead they've been under now, a 10-pointer.
Looking for a block touch on the attack of Aragala.
Also, in the second challenge, kind of calm down the team. Might as well
Give them a breather.
Yeah. It's also a great adjustment for the Filipino or local players when there's an import.
Yes.
And some who are playing the same position will just have to come to terms with the fact that we might not have the same playing time as we used to have. In the meantime, what do you think?
Definitely no block touch.
Okay. So that's the second challenge of CHERY Tiggo, and it's a another unsuccessful challenge. Now, you might get the feeling that Cherry's already looking ahead to the second set here. Currently down by 10. Soltones continues to serve. Robles has been receiving well. But the floor defense of Akari has also been steady. So has Nerva. One more try here. That's hit out. Finally, they get something from that side of the floor.
Finally, a side out for the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers. Steve, the sets have been on point. It's the attacking that needs to sharpen here, but Batista getting a point off the block there.
Galan has just walked out, and Paat is on the floor for the first time. Am I right? This is Shaira Ador?
Alina Bakar.
No, it's Bikar. Sometimes when the hair is the same,
Yes,
and my eyes are already fading, In the meantime, Gaston, Batista battling. We are still alive in this play. Oh, there's a miss. And referee Bobby Celso said, play on, ladies. Is there a complaint?
That was a very nice rally.
By both sides, huh?
Both sides.
They ended
boom,
up...
Boom. Let's take a look at this one.
All sorts of anatomy being used here. Elbows, hands, shoulder, knees, and toes. In the meantime, that's on target. But the football kick of Isa Molde was the shot
iconic
of the week so far, huh?
And the best, they got the point from Cheng's off-speed attack.
Yeah.
She knew the ball was behind her.
Kukunin na daw si Isa Molde sa Pilipinas national football team.
Yeah. Right after PVL.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be very fit for that. In the meantime, let's try Mylene Pat is rejected. Gaston Batista surveys, eyes it carefully. Fifi Sharma is there. Bikar is there as well. Pat rejected, nowhere to go.
Monster block by Annie Mitchum and Fifi Sharma.
And now it's a 20-10 set. Let's try to listen in.
Hindi ganun talaga eh. Mag-set ka dito, may malaking block. Ang kailangan natin, coverage. Hindi tayo pwedeng magtapos na lang doon. Saka ikilos yun lang kung ano yung pattern ng ginagawa natin sa depensa. Para hindi tayo nagkakagulo dito sa loob. Ha? Tara, let's go!
There are two ways to look at Norman Miguel. He's either your older brother or your father asking you please go home early tonight. That's honest to goodness appeal from the coach. Because he feels his team is underperforming right now in this first set. Take nothing away from Akari though.
Of course, and of course if Mylene Pat is up against Annie Mitchum, the reinforcement of Akari, he's correct. Right. You have to cover.
Cover, avoid the block, find other ways.
Go for a tip, maybe?
Yep, maybe. Swinging it over to Batista, who hesitates. Didn't feel right about it. Mitchum, this one is alive! It is alive, yes, but the regalo is burned in the corner.
Mars Alba. Very confident. Mars Alba here. But Sir Steph, take a look at this one. Look at this one. This is a good one.
This is another. That joins Isa Molde's shot of the week. Huh?
Digging on the floor.
Yeah, digging literally while sitting. 21-10 tally here. There's nothing in training that tells you how to do that.
Yeah.
There's no drill for that. It's just instinct.
Service ace.
Oh, yes.
Domingo.
It's the first of the game. 22-10. Nips the net, but it's another ace.
And it's in the same spot.
CHERY is just so listless in this first set. They've been burned by 4 straight points now. Their output has been limited to 10 points.
Good receive, better receive. Off speed.
Soyud. Robles has been steady there. Gaston denied, kept alive. Batista has a chance.
Good defense.
Oh, yes, indeed. Domingo crashing to the floor, but good wall defense that time by Cherry.
It's a better performance here for Miley Maan and the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers, but the Akari Chargers, they gotta commend their defense here in that sequence.
Akari 2 points away from pocketing this first set. Good attack by Mitchum.
We saw this against the Cream Line Cool Smashers. Annie Mitchum firing on all cylinders here, the left pin, and now a running attack here coming out of nowhere.
But she goes full swing, full throttle.
Whoa.
And we are at set point in favor of Akari. Robles, a knee. We've used everything here today. Nice combination, but denied. We're done with this first set.
So Fifi Sharma reading that combination play early on for her squad. What a performance by Akari.
And they take it away, leading by 14. Point brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. We'll bring you back to the Smart Araneta Coliseum. The first set is part of the history of the reinforced of the PVL. 25-11 in favor of Akari. First set ended that way, 25-11. Dominating performance by Akari. The offense of Cherry in that first set, Jamie, was sputtering. It seemed to have no rhythm and no idea really where it was going, actually.
Well, the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers only had a 15% attack efficiency. All their spikers were silenced. A lot of their spikers, Uni, Bautista, Aragalang, scoring outside. A lot of the mistakes were piling up for the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers. The receive was there, the setting is there, maybe more activation for the middle blockers, maybe to change the rhythm a bit for CHERY Tiggo.
And I sense it's an energy thing. Akari, because of that morale-boosting win against Creamline, but I'm getting ahead of the story. Take a look at the numbers with Jamie here.
Yeah, let's talk about the set one stats. Only 6 attacks for the CHERY Tiggo EV Crossovers and 12 for the Akari Chargers. But Sir Sep, take a look at that. 9 errors alone.
Too many, huh?
That is way too many. It's a good amount to tally, maybe 4 or 5 per set. But with Akari, they're coming off hot from that win of defeating the Creamline Cool Smashers. And sometimes teams, the effect might go the opposite way, but they're rising. You can see that they're playing clean volleyball.
Yeah, they're not tired. They're
not. They're very sharp.
They're on the ball. As we welcome you to the second set, Sab Sarmiento here with Jamie LaVittoria and Jules Israel patrolling your beat here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum for the PVL Reinforced Conference. Thank you for joining us on Sports as well as on the Pilipinas Live platform. Marsalba waiting for permission from referee Bobby Celso. Man in the perch here. So Cherry will have to calm down. They
gotta relax.
Yeah, gotta chill. Robles was steady, Nieves was steady, and not a good start as Marzalba sends it way out.
And with a Cherry from that last set, they need to play more as a team.
Yes.
Individually, yes, the skill is there, the skill set is there, but this is the point when you add a reinforcement, your whole dynamic completely changes,
I
and that's
agree.
what they need to adjust to. I think it's more of being less emotional
Yes.
and just doing your job.
Yes. Marano's serve did not arrive at destination. Mitchum and her serve goes to Batista.
That's a good set.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
And it scored upon by Pod in her favorite part of the floor.
It's a great reverse set by Jasmine for just pulling the blocking of Akari here. A smiling pad.
That's not as easy as it looks. That takes a lot of hard work. Back set, flying in the air.
Now reverse.
Yeah. You can do that standing on the floor. But
Yes.
flying, that's a different thing. In the meantime, we're tied at 2 here in the second set. If you're just joining us, first set going the way of Akari, 25-11. Here's, I cannot say her full name properly.
Murphy.
Thank you. That's why we work in pairs here.
Of course. Or tandem.
Fifi. I like that. That's so ladylike, you know.
Fifi.
Fifi. In the meantime, Batista is going to serve. This is a nice
It's like a
name.
ladybug, reminds me of a ladybug.
Oh, talaga. Yunieska. Oh, Soyun
Oh.
gets that to bite.
You know, when looking at the lineup of the Akari Chargers, everyone knows their role. You have Gertrude
I
Soldon in
agree.
the front, Ellie Soyud from time to time getting those back row attacks, but Annie Mitchum also being that steady force. And of course, Justine Hazardera. Very complete lineup for Akari.
Look at Tina Salak. She was giving instructions where to serve it. Hindi nawawala yung pagka-setter ni Tina, no?
Yes. It's small details.
Oo. Direct Nick Ernst yung hulihin mo mamaya. Si Coach Tina Salak. Ganda mo. Hindi mo kailangan pakita yung senyos. Nakakatuwa lang siya. So yun. Here's a free pass to the other side. Attack mode.
Ooh, her classic. Off the block, says Robles. Mars Alba.
Oh, sa kamay nga. Diretso. Cherry is in the lead. 4-3 here in the second. Their offense in the first set, slow to start, really ended up sputtering throughout that first set. Too many errors. Mitchum. Ararño had their hand on that. They go to Batista from middle attack. Pipe attack in play still. That will not cross over. Mars waiting for the setting opportunity. Doesn't get one. Reverse. Maraño. Longest exchange so far. Soyud. Gaston with one knee on the floor. Robles slaps it over and gets it off Domingo.
Simple plays coming from the Cherry Tiggo EV Crossovers. Says Robles. Nothing too flashy, nothing too fancy in that attack. Just getting that point for her team.
First time for Cherry to have a 2-point lead. They did not lead at any point in that first set.
Ooh,
That
that's
is too low.
Yep.
Too low. And now the biggest lead of Cherry, 6-3. 3 straight points by Cherry.
You know, that's up to the spikers to adjust. Sometimes the set, you can't expect a perfect set every time. You have to know in the air, maybe go for
That's
a
a
tip.
good point. Huh?
Gotta think quick.
That's why the good setters, even during practice, ba't ka namimili ng bola? Palo!
Exactly.
Yeah,
As you could say that for receivers, setters don't expect
true.
a perfect pass every time.
And there are some picky spikers. I don't like
There's
that.
a lot of piggy
I
spikers.
don't like.
yeah.
Don't like that. 4-6. Robles.
There we go. Cherry Tiggo.
Our second ball onto the panel here, and Cherry now with a 3-point lead. What's this? Ice cream during the game? How will we eat this? This is the cake.
This is the kick.
Did
Now,
you-
walang nuts.
RV Ignacio and Carlo Raho, our producers here, celebrating birthdays. I'm still looking for the pancita.
Yeah, for long life.
Yeah, yeah,
Mamaya.
yeah. Robles, yes,
Oh.
that bites.
Says Robles, spicing things up for Cherry.
as we hit the first technical timeout. CHERY Tiggo trying to reverse the trend here, leading 8-4 at the technical timeout.
And we're back. You are watching the PVL Reinforced Conference, the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers versus the Akari Chargers. And for this game, Akari's approach is focus on the process and the outcome will take care of itself. For San Domingo, this was their key to winning their game against Creamline last Saturday. Their training focused more on personal adjustments like correcting their personal errors first before studying their opponent's plays and tendencies. They got a little bit of rest, but lots of hunger to keep this performance going. And with a good foundation like this, a triumph is inevitable. But San Domingo thinks it might just be too early to celebrate, knowing that the Akari Chargers still have lots to prove. Not just to themselves, but to the PVL fans. Let's tune in to this timeout.
Block natin kay delay konti. 3 counts, 4 counts na. Nakikita yung kamay, hindi hinahampas. Okay? Support lang tayo every time may mapalo, cover tayo, support tayo. Okay? Let's go. Go lang, bawi tayo. Bawi, let's go! Akari!
This will make me very old. I had the unique privilege of covering Tina Salak when she played for the youth national team in a tournament in Baguio sometime in the 90s, and I've seen her grow through the years. So much fun to cover her because such a smart, crafty, wily setter.
She just
And
knows.
I'm just so glad she's now coaching both in the college level and here in the Premier Volleyball League. In the meantime, Akari gets something to buy. What is CHERY doing different here that makes them have this lead at 9-5 here in the second?
Well, it all started with a Robles, those off-block swings that was missing in set number 1. And as for Akari, maybe their blocking needs to be more polished, especially they're going to activate that on Mars Alba. She's not the tallest of blockers here.
Quick
That's a good set.
Better set. The quick attack results in a point. It's Akari still down currently by 3.
That always works for the Akari Chargers. Fifi Sharma here.
Oh, yes.
Look at that set from Mars Alba.
We've seen them do it. Yes. We've
Yes.
seen them do it. Fifi now getting feeds from Gia in the national team. This is Abby with fingertips on it. To the end row. That's a lost cause, and it's too strong.
Tina Salak there telling her squad to calm down.
Chill, 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 chill.
Take a chill pill.
Chill, chill, chill. That's a nice one. Chill pill.
Chill pill.
Robles will serve.
That's a good serve.
Alba. Robles has been steady with her digging as Batista adjusts in flight. Alba. One more time around the block. Pat. They will go back to Batista. Shoots. And kept in play by Verdaflor. Soltones. Second longest. Rally ends very quickly in favor of CHERY.
No coverage whatsoever for the Akari Chargers.
That seems to be missing here in the second set. Tibay defensive play of the set. Hatid sa inyo ng Elastos Selyado ang bubong anumang panahon. 5-point lead by CHERY that lost the first set. If you're just joining us now, Robles, Soltones. Solid. Nice swing.
You know, with Akari, if they need that immediate side out, yes, they do have Annie, but they do have Ellie Soyud They really activate this back row attack coming from her. It's really in their system now for Akari. As CHERY Tiggo is now for Gretchen Sotones.
Yeah. That's sharp.
Oh, what a dig.
Yes, from deep down underneath. Nice reach by Verde Flor. Batista tries to get the point back. Maraño! Still like that young girl who used to play for the Sal, and when she would celebrate, she just relished the moment.
Look at that. Just pressing the ball down. Targeting Justine Hernandez. Pumped up. Good receive.
One hand on it. Out of reach. Maraño tried to keep it in play, but Akari gets their 8th point.
It's that same play coming from Fifi Sharma here. That quick attack. Akari, they do have receive now. That's also the difference here that I'm seeing coming from them in this reinforced conference.
Mitchum and her serve. Verde Flor is there. Reverse set. Pot. Shoot
Ooh.
straight and through.
It's the veteran presence here. Abby Maraño earlier. Now, Mylene Paad going down the line.
Somehow their confidence has been re-infused with some energy here. They were, back a days ago, that was lethargic. Name it, they were not it. Not perfect as a volleyball team. In the meantime, this one is outside. Will they challenge? Tina Salak makes the motion of the TV set.
Definitely a block touch challenge on the same attack called on Fifi Sharma.
Such a dramatic moment, and then Coach Matthew Puela just says it so calmly. There is a challenge. Net touch.
She's the chill one.
Yeah. But when we were in high school, when she was playing, she was playing with Marinol or Miriam. Boy, hindi lumalabas ang bola. And her husband was my teammate in the Ateneo volleyball team. In the meantime, really good setter. Block touch, yes. So they get something out of that one. So the official count will be 13-9. CHERY is not out of this yet. Here's Sharma. Attack, Batista. Good slide to the floor by Fifi. Mitchum. Right to the floor. Reverse set. Perfectly done. Pauline Gaston gets that to bite.
Pauline Gaston activated here. Slide attack. Targeting Annie Mitchum.
It's Robles actually leading the scoring for CHERY Tiggo with 6. Robles Batista with 4. Paat has 4. And Paat coming off the bench, and suddenly it's 15-9 here.
So service ace for Batista.
You can see CHERY a little more buoyant, a little more enthusiastic in this second set.
Good serve.
Yes, indeed. Soyun shoots and misses badly because it's too strong. And that'll be, is there a challenge? Nope, they're not going to consume all their challenges. We will take a break here. It's a technical timeout. That's 16-9 in favor of CHERY. An altogether different CHERY Tiggo crossover unit. Emphatic and enthusiastic here. In the second, they lead by 7. Spot stretches for that. And Batista hands it over easily. Set up job. It's a fake in the middle. And it's sent into the air. Batista shoots. And nobody home. Great block.
That's a good block by the Akari Chargers. A little bit down here in set number 2. But maybe this might be the shift of momentum. That's a block on Eli Soyud.
I love the transition. They changed the game. Eli Soyud, she was awarded, I remember, in the PVL award ceremony just a few months ago. In the meantime, Soyud with an ace.
That dropped right behind Uni Batista.
And Coach Miguel doesn't want to get this and lose it. That is, let's listen in.
Sige lang, pasahin lang natin, cut na yan, ha? Nasa atin pa rin momentum yan. Naintindihan? Nasa harapan pa rin si Alba. Okay? Let's go!
And game ka na, Cherry! On the way to 20 points.
Amy Hernandez, Zach Carandang, Ivy Laxina from the Akari Chargers. A lot of key players not playing for Akari. Also, Faith Nesperos.
Nga pala, no, si Faith. Matagal na natin din nakikita. In the meantime, Paat, high flying shot on the deck. Set up job. Whoa! Over the floor. Keeps it very much in play. Robles. Alba. Nicely done. Look at that set. Return. It's alive. Third longest rally. Somebody home in the back row. Alba says, let's go. Attack, ladies. Soyud. Good stretch. This could end tomorrow. Alba. Batista. Robles. This may take a while. But I speak too soon, as always.
And Jenny Tagaon finishes off that rally. Going cross-court right behind Aaron Bird, the floor. Good defense back and forth. But Jenny Tagaon ending that rally with a finishing kick.
Sabi ni Tagaon, ayaw ko na Posing ko na to.
Yeah, exactly.
3-0 run by Akari. Ooh, just slightly above the net there. Robles.
That's outside.
She didn't get the corner. That'll be 4 straight, huh?
Yes. So Akari just down by 3 here. Now let's see if the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers can maintain this lead.
You know, earlier they were ahead 16-9.
Huge margin, yes.
But now it's been 4 straight points on court by Akari. Uh-oh. That's 5 straight now.
No, and when CHERY was up earlier by 6 points, Akari still, they were kind of up and down, but now you can see that they're more confident, they're more chill, more mature.
13-9 earlier lead. But here comes Robles reviving their game, and they get their 17th point finally.
This time it works for Ces Robles off the block here. Let's take a look at that one more time. Yep, that's off of the hands of Ced Domingo.
Robles has 7 points. The other Robles, the one with the Batista name as well, she has 5 points. This is alive. No whistle. We play on. Blocked. Alba goes to it. Mitchum cuts it up. Princess Robles shot into the open space.
Jenny Tagaon, confidence building here. Coming off the bench earlier and just taking advantage of the overpass of CHERY Tiggo.
CHERY brings her team within 2 of the crossovers. That lead of 7 suddenly gone. Robles missed it.
That's a good play though. Combination play, but a challenge will be called. A net fault challenge. guard combination play ran by Jasmine Abor.
It's agonizing for the coaches also. They lead by 7. Suddenly he's gone. Well, it happens. It's called sports.
Very normal.
Sometimes it's called life as well. In the meantime, there's a challenge and a netball challenge. Looks like it might be. So close.
That is very close.
One day, some some device will just create the sound or just trigger off a sound that will say yes or no. It can also be inconclusive. Huh? It's yes. It's a netball challenge. Bobby Salso, let's listen in. The captains are called, huh?
Oo. Hindi. Net niya. Ang ano is, bumagsak na yung bola sa floor. Hindi, yun din yun. It's the same eh. Oo, yun din yun. Hindi na, kumbaga nanet siya, wala na, patay na yung bola eh. Patay na yung bola nung nanet siya. Nireview nila eh. Oo, nakababa na yung bola bago nanet. So, nanet talaga. Ang inaano is, nakababa na yung bola nung nanet. Kaya lang sinabing yes, dahil tumama talaga. Ha? Hindi. Magiging-score talaga nila yun to.
Ano po yung challenge na yun?
Di yung challenge, unsuccessful nga talaga. Yes nga kasi dahil na net. Hindi ako nag-decide na. Sila nag-decide.
So let's
Okay.
take a look at the replay here. So the ball already landed on the floor and then said touch the net. So yes, there is a net touch, but the ball already hit the floor.
Yeah, because the only role of the challenge is to say yes or no to what is being challenged. So, 17-16. Akari with a big run. Robles may have scraped the net.
Yes. Also, the set was a bit too tight to her liking there. And now Akari is just down by 1 here in set number 2. What a comeback.
We're tied at 17. And we will be back.
Hindi bumubukal malayo na yan. Okay, hindi rin masyado nakakaliskado. Okay? Tara, as much as possible, kahit nag-running. Placement ng bola. Okay, sige lang. Say na.
Okay. Come on. Isang pass. Side out. Okay, game. Okay. Tara. Oh, side out. Side out.
Opposite yung pwesto nila.
Sa papa, ito ngayon.
Doon sa opposite ang ano.
Cherry on top. Come on.
This is what happened there. There was a 16-9 lead by Cherry, but a clawback by Akari has now tied up the second set. On two. Nabor knocks it down, and they're back in the lead.
It's a quick side out for the playmaker in Jasmine Nabor, going for that 1-2 play. We're nearing the 20 mark here in set number 2.
Just the first point of Nabor.
Good receive.
Double block. The drop. Nabor has to stretch for it. Pat Soyud. Off the hands. Batista stretches. He drops to the deck. Robles denied. Marano keeps it in play. Robles denied.
Ooh. Yep.
Yep, that's a good call. That's the right call.
So off the block yet again. Cesc Robles. Do expect her to attack like this. Off the block here.
I love it when referee Bobby Seltzer is in command. He knows how to explain to the players very properly, very clearly. Tumama nga. Kaya nga. And Abby Marano and Norman Miguel got it. Cherry now with a 2-point lead.
That's a good play. Instant impact coming from this double sub. Bonifay and Cam Victoria. Mid-air changing speed here. Right in front of Batista.
Victoria adding a little more height to that front line. Here's Domingo, had an ace earlier. Did she get it? It's inside. It's inside. And we're tied at 19. They challenge this. It's a ball in, ball out issue here.
And they still have 2 challenges, by the way,
Yeah.
talking about CHERY Tiggo. He did not deduct that challenge earlier.
All even at 19 in the second set. Just the first of 3 games here today. Don't forget, later on in the program here on One Sports and the other platforms we have, Zeus Coffee goes up against Galleries in our second game. And in the nightcap, Creamline will go up against Petrogas. Here's a look.
Oh, what a close call. That is inside. Service ace for Ced Domingo.
Tatlong ace ni Domingo. She learned how to serve a little harder in Thailand. Good set. Pag maganda yung set, alam mong po point eh.
Yes, exactly. And with Cesc Robles, when she's in the front row, is not the tallest of attackers, but she works with what she has.
Ang ganda kasi ng hop niya,
Yes,
ng
her
vertical
elevation,
niya.
yes.
Oo, eh. 20-19.
Good receive.
Naborsas get out of the way. Batista manages to sneak it against the block. Gets the point. Cherry by 2.
Batista that tip.
I think there's a challenger. By Akari.
Akari. It's a net ball challenge.
You know, in the tournament format, you do want to be one of the top 3 teams of each pool
Yes.
because there's an advantage because you're on a winning run. You will face the 3 teams that are below the top 3 in the other group. And from there, we will extract the quarterfinalists and the semifinalists and eventually the finalists. We're taking a while deciding on this one.
In all those games, quarterfinals, semis, finals, all one game elimination.
No series, no series.
Yep.
Including the finals ba? O,
Yes, even the finals.
huh? Very international tournament format type. What is the issue?
There is a net fault.
By Batista.
And the ball is still in the air, so it still counts. Challenge successful for Akari here. Good eye by the coaching staff.
Boy, each point being fought for so fiercely here in the second set. One more time around the block. Gets it in the corner.
Yep. That's a good spot. A corner pocket by Uni Batista.
6 points.
Bumping up her teammates here. Much needed here to extend this game. Jean Soreño now in. Coming off the bench. Usually the spark plug for teams.
Her serve. Soyud.
Oh my!
neatly done.
What a spot for Ellie Soyud. Just another vet doing her job effortlessly for Akari here.
Excellent hand control, actually. Oh, but Mitchum sends it into the net. CHERY Tiggo with its heads above the water slightly at 22-21. Aragalang will return, but sails out. Bikar is back in. Mitchum. That does not work while the floor is there. This one,
Oof.
Ara says, don't come back. 4 touches. It's already on the floor yata.
Yep, they won't argue that one.
I don't think so. So CHERY with a 2-point lead. Tina Salak will try to talk to her troops.
Especially on serves, ha? Then kapitan natin yung block and defense kapitan natin. Yun lang naman, okay? Misotones, balik agad. Okay? Mars, pwede tayo. Okay? Sige. Kapitan lang natin yung pass.
Lang muna tayo, bago sa akin, ha? Let's go!
Go, isa tayo, isa!
Akari!
Thank you!
CHERY Tiggo on the threshold of tying up this match with 1 set apiece, 2 points away from pocketing the second set. Picard's serve in play. Verde Flores played well, huh? In the meantime, Batista, no attack. Soyud. Picard with hands on it.
Good dig.
Yes, Galang with a shot. The tap. Picard. Batista denied.
What a rally. Good defense, but the Akari Chargers very stable in the blocking department here. And who is that? That's Fifi Sharma and Ellie Soyud combining in that block.
So 2 tall women who have lots of volleyball experience. They know what to do in that front row. Ooh, outside. Long serve by Brianna. And that will bring CHERY to set point. Here's Batista serving for the set.
Good receive.
Soyud, Batista with 2 hands on it. Cut shot. Reverse. Mid-jump short.
That was too low. A bit too low for Annie Mitchum on that set.
And we are tied as far as the set count is concerned. 1 set apiece after the first set went Gary's way. Point brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. Third set action coming your way very shortly. We'll sort out the numbers. Present them to you in just a moment. Took us half an hour and then some to finish that second set. We had a ton of challenges there. Eventually, CHERY Tiggo emerging top in the second set, and we're tied in the second after 2 sets, actually, at 1 set.
Jasmine Nabor activating Mylene Paat at the right time. Batista also being more consistent as we see the set 2 stats here. 14 attacks coming from the CHERY Tiggo EV Crossovers and 10 from the Akari Chargers, which is not shown on our screens. The timing of the blocks, the timing of the aces that sometimes boost the momentum of the teams.
Okay, we would like to welcome all our viewers watching us on the Filipinas Live app. Glad you could join us, and we will now update you as the question of the day, which team will put up more blocks. I think we'll update that by the... but just about now. Look at this, we're tied.
It's tied with 5. So keep voting, guys.
Yeah. I wouldn't know, given the quality of the players. I wouldn't have an idea. So, CHERY has made the adjustments, Jamie. They're back in the game, so we're down to a best of 3 in a way. But good chase down by Akari in that second. They almost turned it around to have a 2-set-to-love lead. However, the Crossovers managed to hold on to the fort. They guarded it well and closed that second set in their favor. We're underway, 3rd set. Tagad unsure of what to shoot there, and Paat apologizing quickly as she was unable to contain that.
And Chenny Tagaod starting here in set number 3. Gretchen Sotones taking a bit of a breather, giving her time to rest.
Sharp serve. Opportunity to attack. Combination. Does not cross. Oh, she scores. Tagad now with 4 points.
Good swing coming from Chenny Tagaod. Coming from FEU. Also coached by Tina Sala.
Down the line shot. Perfectly done. Akari jumps out in front by 2. Nabor, Paat. Oh, and Tagaod does something again. She has 5 points.
On fire, Chenny Tagaod, back-to-back points, and this time, perfect timing on the blocks here on Mylene Paat. Still diggable.
Sometimes all the player needs is that one opportunity.
Yes.
Sharma, it crosses the net. Nabor gets to it in time. And is that Robles?
That's inside, yes.
Robles continues to percolate. She's the first player in double digits with 10.
Cesc Robles has been that steady force, consistent player for CHERY Tiggo.
Throughout all the sets so far. Akari in front by 2. Cesc Robles.
Good receive.
Tagaod got to it. Soyud scores. And Soyud is the second player in twin digits with 10 based on 6 attacks.
No, and I look at the players right after each point. Annie Mitchum giving a high five to Chenny Tagaod from the good receive. Those are the little things that sometimes fans don't see.
Yeah. It shows the relationships that are being formed as they train together, play together.
That's a good set. Ooh. Oh.
Kasi yung imports din, Jamie, no, they're always asking their teammates, what can I do? I don't want to stay wherever I'm staying, all holed up. Diba?
Yes, yes.
You guys, you have your families here. I'm by myself. So the friendships are forged in different ways. Tagaw, denied.
Yep.
Sabi ni Mylene pa,
Stop
no,
that.
no.
That's too many.
You're too much.
Yeah.
I'm also from the UAAP. I know what to do, says Mylene.
I'm a vet. I know what I'm doing here.
Gotcha.
Oh, with a stare down.
3-4 is the tally here.
Good receive.
Nice tap. Into the hole. Well done by Mitchum.
Campfire zone for Annie Mitchum. She has that height, but she also has the smarts here, just boosting the offense for Akari. Last minute change.
She has 7 points across her name in the score sheet. Akari is at 5-3. Oh boy, loaded
Ooh,
serve by Taga. Too
strong.
much heat on that one.
Yep.
And Cherry gets its 4th point. Here's Mylene Pat. Reverse. Soyud. No, it does not cross.
Yep.
And we're
Bit too
going to
low.
be tied at 5.
Yes, they will not challenge that one. 5-all.
Boy, the way this match has been played, it's just the first of 3 games.
Yes.
And they're scratching and clawing with every point here. Mitchum out. And 3 straight points now by Cherry. Gives them a 1-point lead here in the 3rd.
Just back and forth here in set number 3.
Cherry doing a good job recovering after losing that first set rather badly. Pat, no entry. Nabor
Ooh.
got it to bite.
Aggressive Jasmine Nabor.
And we are now on a 4-0 run.
Also offensive setter, just like Mars Alba.
First set went 25-11 in favor of Akari. 25-22 in the second. One-hand pickup. Nabor, Robles, Nabor, Batista,
Ooh.
and Soyud keeps it very much alive. Mitchum overshoots it.
Now they're relying on Mitchum to get this side out, but she's been attacking outside.
And we are in the on the crest of a 5-0 run by the Crossovers. Technical timeout in progress.
Welcome back. You're watching the PVL Reinforced Conference, Akari Chargers versus the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers. 7, Jamie, you mentioned a while ago the ever-steady scorer for the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers is none other than Cess Robles. Her performance is that stable because for her, it's just fulfilling her role despite the tight games and the tough losses. For Cess, she says that even with her reinforced guest, Uni Batista, adding fuel to their team, Cess is personally stepping up, telling me, and I quote, "Dapat di lang siya mag-isang gumagawa. My job is to help." Like Cess and the rest of the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers, they have already expected the unexpected, discussed plans in place for whatever comes their way in this game. All they need to do is adjust, execute, and hustle. Let's see if they keep it up in this set. 7, Jamie.
Thank you very much, Jules Israel. CHERY Tiggo now with a 3-point lead after we were tied at 5. CHERY Tiggo continues to get good scoring going, and they're a different team compared to that first set now.
Completely changed of demeanor here for CHERY Tiggo, attacking where Akari is not disrupting the defensive pattern here for the Akari Chargers. Pauline Gaston.
Sharma tosses it high. Soyud tossed it over. You know, Cherry's able to run their plays. They've settled down. And Batista, however, misses. They're claiming a check ball, but they won't pursue it as a challenge. Can you imagine if we challenge every assumed check ball?
No.
We'll
be leaving midnight.
Yeah. And you have to not always use it so that you don't destroy the momentum of your team, really. 10-7 tally here. Reverse set.
Ooh, that's
drop.
too high.
Too high. Hello. Long arms of Mitchum. Get to it. Down and up again we go. Soyun says, shoot! Shoot!
Annie Mitchum, she's just so chill. You won't even tell if her team is down or up. Just doing her job for Akari.
We have a timeout, and let's try to tune in.
Wait, makinig. Okay lang naman yung mga pasa nandito naintindihan. Kaso Josh, yun ang sinasabi ko, minsan lumalabas na yun at hindi rin siya nakaka-discarte. Hindi naman lumalayo yung passing natin naintindihan. May dikit lang na may dikit. Huwag lang yung buka ng buka. Una-una si Soyun din yan, nandito pa rin to. Naintindihan? Sige lang, consistent sila. Okay,
isang side out. Lock in. CHERY, on top.
We have you back in play as CHERY Tiggo leading by 2 here in the third. Our sets are tied at 1 apiece as Maris Alba serves. Batista got to it. Robles, elevated by Mitchum, gets it back off a set. Got it! Nice arm swing.
Just using her height, that advantage, avoiding that block of Pauline Gaston and Jasmine Nabor. And she doesn't even have to do a full approach every time.
Yeah, just the long strides, cutting down the distance quickly. But that's off. I think Sharma.
Yes. Cess Robles against Fifi Sharma. Now with Cess Robles, doesn't have the height, but she has the smarts. Look at that.
11-9 count here. Gaston serving as we swing back to live action.
There
Deeply
we
done.
go.
Sharply done by Sharma, who suddenly has strung together 6 points.
Now we haven't seen a lot of those this match coming from Fifi Sharma. Maybe in set number 1, but it was silenced in set number 2. But Mars Alba, they have that.
Now going to that middle, as we always say, activating it. And did she get it?
That's outside, yes.
And now our score is all even at 11.
So not surprised here. Coach Norman, not happy.
Not a happy camper. Short serve. There's a lot of contact. Net is shaking.
Combination play.
Oh, missed. Oh, they got it. They got it. I thought they missed it.
Coming out of nowhere, Ellie Soyud. Mars Alba, knowing who to set at the right time. Her spikers shine because of her perfect addition to Akari.
Akari is the 3-0 run, but it ends very quickly as that is hit long. We're tied at 12. Nabor is assigned to serve. Push. Batista. Robles. Oh! Swing down. Sweet chariot down the middle.
It's really been a while since we've seen Fifi Sharma explode like this. We saw that in their last match against Creamline, and today against the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers.
And Fifi has 7 points. This one crawls over the net. Free ball given up here. Tagalog swings, checked. One hand on it by Alba, who somersaults on the floor. Off the hands, nobody there.
It's actually the ball of Chenny Tagao, not in the right spot in defense. But Jasmine Nabor pushing that set out to Cés Robles.
Even at 13. It's been the trend since the second set, actually. Very close and tight. Combination Soyud trying to fill up that open area. Red cleanly, that's miss.
Right idea coming from Mylene Paa, trying to target zone 2, just a bit wide in that sequence.
Missed target, really. And Soyud will be serving. Ellie served. So close to the net, and that's inside.
Yes. That's a good set by Jasmine Nabor, adjusting to the receive a bit tight, but it works. A combination play ran by Mylene Paa here. Adjustments here.
Well, this one will go either way, and that serve is long. Long.
Back-to-back missed serves from both teams.
Both trying to use the serve as a weapon here. Tied at 15. Out serve. Picked up from the low.
Smart.
Bottom there, and this one will work.
Justine Hazarena just being that stable force.
We're in the second technical timeout. Domingo has now strung together 8 points. Don't go too far away. We have a ton of volleyball ahead of us. Akari Chargers hanging on to a 1-point lead here in the third. The tap, it's scored upon, and we are squared up again at 16.
The Chenny Tagao not ready for defense. Batista targeting that power tip down the line. Not ready.
Blocked.
Good cover.
Mitchum sliding to the floor. Short on the attempt, and Soyud apologizes to the bench. Crossovers now lead by 1. Tagaud sends it to the middle.
Oh.
Full extension there.
Annie Mitchum just doing her job here for the Akari Chargers. Effective, efficient, consistent. Just leaving that side out for her team.
Back live action. That's off the blocker.
That is Cés Robles yet again. Steady performance off the block. That's her specialty. Talking about Cez Robles.
You know, both coaches are coaching hard because
Yes.
nobody. Earlier, we had
Women
Akari,
lead.
yes, establishing itself, but quick recovery by CHERY Tiggo, actually. Soyud, it's in the air. It's not playable anymore. And we're tied again at 18. This is going to be a slow dance to the finish. Annie Mitchum. Mitchum keeps it alive. Blocked and in play. Nabor. Alba Nazareno.
Good dig. Wow.
Tagao knocks it the nail on the head in that corner.
But you gotta give credit also to the block set of Justine Nazareno. Perfect height.
Tagao with 6 points already. And the timeout taken by Norman Miguel.
Okay na yan tayo ha. Sige lang, tsagain lang natin. One good pass. Naintindihan. Let's go. Activate yung back row. Okay, naintindihan siya nga, tsagaan lang. Be ready for the back row. Okay, be ready for the back row.
Ready din kayo sa ano ha? Sa check.
Let's go. Isa lang yan.
Go, Cherry! Opo!
Sa'yo, sa kanya.
Akari by 1, 19-18. Sets are tied at 1 apiece. Annie Mitchum is still there. Is going to serve rather. Nice
Oh,
pick up
wow.
by Hazareno. Mitchum. Liberos at work here. Nabor. Robles. Blocked.
That's
Inside.
inside. Chang Abi with a big quick attack on her own. Just beating that block. That was a quick rally.
Yeah.
The defense was there on both teams. Very agile, but Chang Abi finishing it off.
Squared up at 19. One-handed set. Sharma couldn't nail it. The other side. Blocked
Ooh.
by Robles. Robles with 14 markers. Tibay defensive player to set. Brought to you by Elastoseed. Sigado ang bubong. Ano mo panahon. Timeout taken by Akari.
Si Princess yung medyo maayos sa timing niya sa block. So pag single block tayo, pwede na tayo. Ngayon, yung commit natin sa middle, minsan nag-aalangan tayo kung papasok siya. Hindi, tawagin mo para at least meron na tayong connection doon. Okay na tayo yung timing natin doon kay Princess. Annie! Five target here. Let's go!
CHERY Tiggo up by 1 here in the third, 20-19. All set to serve will be Nabor. From the rear we go. They'll score.
They will call a challenge. I believe it was a foot fault there on the back row attack of Annie Mitchum.
It's been that kind of game.
Yes.
15, 16, 17. Just perfectly matched against each other here. Issue of football. Let's see
Oh. No, she's fine.
Yeah, I thought so.
They were so sure that she touched the line. Well, the camera said it all.
Yeah. So we are in a dead heat here. 20-0. Sharma serve. Oh, Batista. Batista gets to it. Nabor. Robles adjusts. Open is the goal. Yes!
Oh! Jenny Tagaod. 3 for 3 in that sequence, already with 7 points. She started in set number 3, coming off the bench earlier in set number 1 and 2, but building that confidence here for her team.
She has, you get the feeling she has no fear.
Yes.
She will fly and hit. Nabor. Pa at one hand on it. Soyud. Is that Soyud? Yes. Pa gets that to punch through. In that kind of game, nobody, except in that first set where Akari was dominant, now it's been a slugfest like a thriller in Manila where it happened 50 years ago.
Quick side outs here. Ted Domingo, Mars Alba, not giving Cherry momentum. No team giving each other momentum.
Neither one too generous here today. Serve, they lead by 1. Sharp serve there.
Oh, good D.
Sarreno.
Justine.
Tagaod.
Oh, goodness. Off the block of the veterans in Maranyo and Paan. Yeah, there's a block touch on that one.
As Bernard Shaw said, youth is wasted on the young, and that's why she has no fear. She's just gonna fly and score here. Looks long.
Ooh. Oh,
Oh,
inside.
did it sail down?
Yes, it dropped down.
And a challenge, understandably so. Because if this holds, Akari will be at set
Yes.
point.
This was... You think the lines judges get nervous too? Because
I
it's
think so.
crucial.
Oh.
He's really looking at the LED.
Here we go, here we go. Out.
Inside.
Inside that.
Inside. Good
Yeah,
eye.
good eye, good eye.
Goodness.
And as fate would have it, Akari is at set point and threatening to take a 2-1 lead in the match. And score their second win if they hang on. Oh, that's pushed high by Domingo.
Ooh.
And
Close.
1 set point save.
Justine Hazareno. Actually, very coming from Justine. She's in the right spot. Bit unbalanced.
Sureño will serve.
Oh!
What a time for it to happen.
Jean Soleño.
2 set point save. Tina Salak needs to calm down the troops.
Right after? Okay. Set. 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 Automatic. Kung gusto mo dito ka. Gusto mo dito ka. Ayaw mo yan na mag-isa. Pwede naman dito. Best option pa rin. Kung mag-dilo ka na lang. Kung ikaw commit mo dito sa set, best option pa rin. Ayaw mo yun. Hindi siya
Marisa, kamayin mo na lang pagkaalam. Sa magandang basa! Basa mo na basa! Akari!
Each set getting longer than the other. The second set actually went 35 minutes. First set, I think, was at 24. We'll check the first set. I'm sure about the 35 in the second set in terms of minutes. And now, can they save another set point? Oh, and it's out.
It is outside.
Yeah.
No block touch.
Nope, there's a challenge. Tina Salak.
I mean, you have one. Might as well use
Yeah,
it.
Tina Salak looked at her players. I think we should challenge, but the assistants also agreed that they would make the challenge.
This is crucial.
This could decide the schedule for the rest of the afternoon, you know.
For the other team.
Yeah.
No block touch.
And thus, why not? That's 3 set points saved. It's 24-21 earlier.
Good receive.
Hype attack.
Ooh.
Soreno getting to it. Live, but out of reach. And the set point changes hands. It is now CHERY Tiggo with the set point.
Tables have turned now for the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers. Batista in the front row. But no one getting that second contact for Akari.
That's 4 straight points. Trying to get it the soft route. Blocked, but in play. Well done by Hazareno.
What a dig.
But both teams playing extremely well on the floor. That's hit out.
Smart play by CHERY Tiggo. Justine in the back, being that stable force. Team effort.
Yes, so gutsy. And knocking it at 25. This will last longer than that 35 minutes. 14 deadlocks, 7 lead changes.
Oh, wow.
Look at the young woman smile. And they return to set point.
Ooh,
Long, but check ball.
Yep, block touch. And that sequence by Uni.
Somebody,
Seesaw.
somebody better order dinner. You know,
Yep.
this is only 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but the rate we're going.
Right. Order dinner, and you can bring it here.
The second
Just
and
eat it
third
here.
games, please wait. This is getting to be a battle.
That's a good set.
Yes, it is, but a good slide on the floor by Nerva. Oh, Libero's at work.
Ooh, that's
High
too tight.
left-handed strike. Both teams adjusting. Oh, well, cleanly done. So cleanly done.
Pauline Gaston with a power tip. Finishing off that rally. Good strategy by Alina Bicar. Block was late.
Set point changing hands again. And we're going to be tied again.
27 all. Quick and easy side out here for Akari.
16 lead changes. And there will be more.
Oh!
Oh! Another ace for Domingo, who has 10 points. Four aces.
4 aces alone for San Domingo. Timing is key here.
Serving for the set again. chance to end it right here, right now. Not a clean strike. Opportunity to tie it. Domingo gets to it. Mitchum. Regalo!
Oh! I knew it. She was going to get that one. Annie Mitchum finishing it off for the Akari Chargers.
You know, the formal term is overpass, but we call it regalo. Brought to you by Myra, the Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. Akari with a 2-1 lead in our first game for today in our Pool B competitions. Jason and Jules and I will be right back after this.
We are back inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum, and take a look at that. Set number 3 lasting in 34 minutes, 27-29. The CHERY Tiggo Crossovers and the Akari Chargers are playing impeccable volleyball, clean volleyball. Coming from CHERY Tiggo, and of course Mars Alba doing steady offense for the Akari Chargers. As you see the set 3 stats here, 16 attacks for the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers and 20 for the Akari Chargers. Actually, the Akari Chargers tallied 8 errors in that set 3 alone, but they were able to overcome that with the 20 attacks. Earlier, I said Mars Alba with the offense, but I meant with the playmaking. But kudos to her, very steady performance. But let's see if this match will finish in 4 or will it be extended to 5.
That could have gone either way. Both teams tasted the set point. Well, how close has it been? 16 deadlocks, 10 lead changes. That third lasted 34 minutes. I don't know if they're after a record here. Pahabaan ang set, ano ha? But as the cameras of our director, Nick Earnshaw, focus on the players, let's see. Now, CHERY said, okay, we had lost our chances there. This is on even footing now. Despite the fact it's a 2-1 lead by Akari here. Good combination. That's neutralized by the great dig. Robles just doing a little of everything. Everybody caught napping there.
Good cover.
Look at that. Azareno covering the entire area. That did not hold. And
what a first rally. That shows what we're going to expect.
Fifi was staring at the ball. Why are you still moving? CHERY drawing first blood. Long.
That's inside.
Is it? Yeah, Tagaod knew it. I didn't know it.
Good job, CHERY Tagaod. That's her spot. That down the line here. 11 points so far in this game.
Sharma.
Oh,
Oh, there's service ace.
Batista shocked with that serve from Fifi Sharma.
8 points by Sharma as we send it to Jules Israel.
7, Jamie. Speaking of PP Sharma, she told me earlier that her rule for herself today is no overthinking. And as simple as that sounds, it helps her manage the pressure and eases her nerves entering this conference. For Fifi, she told me, we won last game, but we shouldn't stop here. Bringing her national team experience with her, she is constantly inspired by the international teams that she's played with. She draws courage from the fact that other athletes her age can thrive at such a high level, so she asks herself how she can possibly do the same. For today, Fifi is working on her service, and the rest of the Akari Chargers will keep doing what has already been working. Let's see if they end the game in the set. 7, Jamie.
Let's see. Paat slices it. Sawyer tracks it down. Tagawa taps it over. Becomes a set. For the floor. Hello, I don't like the floor, says Akari. We've had some spirited rallies here. Sharma keeps it in play. Marcel but checks the horizon.
Wow.
Ah, break.
Ellie Soyud. I mean, the Akari Chargers looking like a well-oiled machine
Yes,
here.
indeed.
Their movements during the rallies. CHERY Tiggo coming off the bench earlier, but now making an impact here, starting again in set number 4.
Yeah, but the spectacle that has really worked here has been Tagaud.
Yes.
She has contributed immensely coming off the bench. Tagaud with the 11 points. Deep into the back row. Batista, but look at the imports
Oh!
battle. Was there a collision?
Yes. Mars Albos, ako na. Let me set. You attack.
Second ball, no?
Yes.
Oo, second ball. Akin yan.
That's the rule. Unless
Unless it's
the setter calls for help.
Or completely out of the position, di ba?
Yes.
Oh, good swing that time by Domingo. Robles slaps it over. Soyud too much.
No touch. It's a clear attack going
Yeah.
outside.
And I'll make it 4-3 here. This game has been a game of momentum. Huh? One team will run and then the other. Hello.
Still good.
Hello.
Good effort by Mars Alba. No, Mars Alba was still able to get a touch on that second one. Still gets a pancake save.
That was too far away.
Yes.
We are knotted at 4.
Ooh.
Not anymore. As Tagaud is now marked.
Yes. Pauline Gaston making those in-game adjustments now here.
And a timeout taken by Tina Sala.
Connection lang ulit natin. Wala yung connection natin sa spikers. Ngayon, may pasa tayo. Hindi na tayo nakaka-convert. Okay, nakaka-convert naman tayo na atake. Problema naman, yung mga coverage, walang umaako ng coverage natin. So, isipin pa rin natin na kailangan every time na may papalo, may coverage. Transition ulit tayo.
Let's go tayo! Let's go!
Let's go tayo! Let's go tayo!
Kain!
Tulong tayo sa coverage!
Tina Salak putting it very clearly for her
Yes.
team. What they have not done well here in the 4th set. They had a substantial lead earlier at 4-1. But here comes CHERY stringing together their own run here. And look at this. A simple overpass and 2 fingertips on it gives CHERY Tiggo a 2-point lead.
Akari looking a bit flat here
Yeah.
in set number 4.
Flat is the right word. They want some energy. Gretchen Santones can give that to them.
Yes. She'll provide that spunk now for
Yeah.
Akari.
Here comes Soltones. Nabor. That's rejected at the net. Nabor tracks it down with a lateral movement. Good stretch by Soltones. A tap. they could not hit decisively. Galang is back in the game. She started here today. Top
Ooh,
angle,
that's
nowhere
too
to go
hard,
for
yes.
Sultanes.
Two outside, going past the antenna. Errors piling up here for Akari in set number 4.
And being burdened by a 6-0 run now by CHERY Tiggo. Uh-oh. Not a clean pass. Yes!
Oh.
Soyud. Does Tina burn another timeout? But wait, there's the technical timeout. Maybe I can get my team to settle down. We're down currently by 4. We'll take a break here and be back with you very quickly. You know, our ever-reliable scorer, Arvin Escamilla, is telling me. Is Akari waiting for another opportunity at 5 sets?
Come on.
That's what they did in that win against Creamline. Boy, these two teams are night and day, huh?
Yes, yes.
Akari is applauding endlessly, trying to snap out of the stupor they're in. Sultanes. Big hit. Big hit. Maybe that'll perk them up.
You know, that's why coaches get so frustrated with their players, because they know the capability. So when they see their team giving a lackluster performance.
But you know, you've been on that floor. Sometimes you don't know what's happening.
Sometimes it's just not in your favor. Even if you give your 110%.
You're applauding, you keep focus, you're yelling focus and focus endlessly, but it's not there. But here comes 2 straight points from Akari. They come within 3 after being down by as large as 5. Soyud. Ooh, very straight and true. On target. 3-0 run by Akari.
I would give that a 10 out of 10 serve. Right above the tape. Dropping.
Oh, in between 2 defenders there.
Oh.
Same, you know? Asana has been
on so good.
Sultanes. Mars steps away. Mars taps it over. Batista was there. Galang from the rear. Everybody dancing around. Sultanes! Energy off the bench. 4-0 run. Bringing them within 1, Jamie.
Power tip coming from Grecho Sultanes in between that open space.
Norman Miguel has seen enough, trying to huddle up.
One side up. Come on, let's go.
Cherry, on top. Let's take this.
I've seen this in Norman Miguel even when he coaches MU. Huwag natin sayangin ito. Di ba? That is a familiar line when they lose a lead.
Yes.
CHERY still up by 1, but a loud roar from the Chargers. 4-0 run. Anchored on the serving of Soyud.
And he was there.
Yes. Oh, they missed that. They missed that.
The contact, not the
solid,
right target, yes.
Not solid.
And she knows it. She knows it.
And the sound, you know?
Yeah.
Hindi.
Yeah. I didn't hear. What was that? Instant point yun.
Yeah, the audio man is going crazy. What's wrong? Don't you notice the audio is behaving today?
It's because we're here.
Yeah.
No, because you're here.
No. It's called the senior advantage.
Ooh,
Oh!
still good.
Oh,
Boniface.
It's just so alert. Oh!
Still
Oh!
good.
Yes! Oh, that was going out, huh? But who cares? Serena's all over it. Ah, nobody home.
Pauline Gaston.
You know, when Cherry needs points, it's Pauline who's been giving it to them, huh?
Yes, taking that side out.
Yeah.
The breaks to the game. Pauline Gaston here,
Now,
running attack.
a lot of shuffling by Tina Salak because some of the players are tucking up. So number 8, Princess
Ezra.
Madrigal is going to
Yes.
see action. Number 10 is also there, Camille Victoria. Second time for her to get some playing time. This is a tap. Oh, that
Oh.
punches through.
The classic attack from Cesc Robles. Just off the block.
And Robles has registered 15.
It's a broken block by Madrigal and
Soltones. No.
still good.
Yes. Block. Oh, the regalo denied. It's not yet Christmas.
Blocking back and forth.
Oh, yes.
Pancake back and forth.
You knew it was still alive. Look at this.
But Justine on point.
Yeah, look at that. Survival mode.
Pauline Gaston though.
Yes, again.
Right spot, right time.
5-point lead by Cherry. Sultanes. Batista says, don't waste my big effort. Sultanes, full
Oh.
swing.
Gretel Soltones kicking things off here for the Akari Chargers. And they need this. They need this to end this game. Just targeting the arms of Jasmine Nabor.
Alive. Oh, a hand on it. And Cherry spreads its lead to 5.
Akari a bit confused, I would say, in that sequence.
Yes, I think they were. But there's a challenge. This is a settling down challenge more than anything else, I think. CHERY Tiggo is ahead, 14 to 9. Akari threatening to end this by taking this 4th set. Just as a review, the first set went the way of Akari 25-11. Roar back by CHERY Tiggo in the second
Yes.
at 25-22. Then the protracted third set going 29-27 to Akari. Let's watch.
No.
Within boundary.
Yes. Unsuccessful challenge for Tina Salak.
So correct me, do they have one more challenge? Meron pa ba isa itong... Meron pa isa. Okay. Could be vital, huh?
She needs to save that.
Oh, Pauline
Good dig by
Gaston.
Pauline.
Here's Batista. Too close to the net. Mitchell! Oh boy, when she is in the clear. Boy, like a rocket.
Batista actually giving them a free ball, talking about Akari. When it's counterattack, Annie Mitchum in the front row, going for that cross-court
Yeah.
attack. You can't be giving attacks to Akari.
Messi. And Madrigal contributes an ace.
Which is her first point of the match. Still the target, Uni Batista. Been struggling with service reception this game.
11 aces by Akari. 3 by CHERY Tiggo. Mine says, Mars, I haven't heard mine in a long time. In the meantime, that's out. That hasn't changed in centuries. Mine.
Yours.
15-11.
Good serve.
Denied. Well done. Sharmak, door was locked. Was that Maranyo did it?
Yes, Maranyo.
No Al Lasal alumni homecoming for them in this game. That can happen later. But it's 16-11. And Cherry threatening to saw this up. So we go the full route in our first game.
High risers. And at 6:30.
You know, action resumes as Mitchum uncorks. That they've been having problems
Yes.
with the coverage. I think Justin is too far away, and even Sultanes is too far away.
Take a look at this sequence again.
Yeah. Everybody's far away. 17
That
11.
block.
Yeah. You have to seal that coverage area.
That's a good set.
In play. A free ball given the other side. We go this way.
Ooh,
Oh,
Annie Mitchum.
it did not hit it.
Yes.
Not clear contact. She knew it. Akari will use a timeout. I think this is their last timeout.
So same pa rin tayo natin. Okay? Okay. Kailangan lang muna natin organize natin yung block and then yung coverage. Yun ang problema. Yung block and defense natin. Ang laki ng coverage. Simple lang yung ginagawa nila pero parang hirap na hirap tayo. Nani, target here. Tapos one more. Pwede tayo dito doon.
Let's go! Dikit tayo, dikit! Let's go! Akari!
This is not the third set. Why am I saying that? Because that was tooth
So
and nail.
different.
29-27.
Right.
This looks like Cherry's in full control here.
There we go.
Until Mitchum says not too fast.
No, Annie
Let
Mitchum.
me try to get something going there.
And looking at the lineup of Akari, sometimes we've seen reinforcements tallying 40 points, but it doesn't equate to a win.
Good point.
All the time.
Yeah, that's true.
So if it's spread out, that's the team that will win. And that is what Cherry is doing now in set number 4. Yet Cesc Robles in the front row, activation from her. Then when Batista's in the front row, you can activate her. It's a shared load.
7-point lead by Cherry. Whiplash. Galang nails it in the middle.
Ada Galang. She actually started this match on the bench now. They need her veteran presence now
Yes.
here in set number 4.
Not too much playing time. She has mustered 4 points. So much more. Here's Robles, who has been prolific. 18 points. Mitchum, she loves that angle. Huh? She doesn't go down the line. She just goes cross. Pushed up by Marsalba. Nabor checks the horizon. Sultanes.
She got him.
She got it.
Next to Jen Yerva. Not in the right spot for defense, but Annie Mitchum still going and targeting that cross court.
She loves that spot,
Yes.
that angle. Huh? She doesn't go down the line.
Right.
She doesn't go
For a tip.
anywhere for the middle. Just go one straight shot on the cross. Serena has covered everything. Soltones unwinds. Nabor.
That's too low.
Mababa, no?
Yes.
Very low, no? So that resulted in the
Oh,
overcooked. Challenge.
a block touch challenge.
It's also strategic not to so that you don't burn the gun. Still to come, by the way, 2 more games in the Tuesday schedule. Zeus up against Galleries, and then the nightcap, Dreamline against Petrogas.
It's a net fall challenge, actually. 2 more games still after this?
Yeah, I will watch it at home.
Yes.
If we ever get home from this one, I think we will. Oh. Abby Marano clarifying with Bobby Celso. I loved it during the men's world. Behave. The two of you, the international referees. Good set.
Ooh.
You can tell from the setting.
Yes. Providing that hitting point is what you call it for Arigala. Near the antenna, not too near the net.
The way the ball flies, and just
glides in there.
yeah, it's a
Good receive
set.
by Annie.
This one still in play. Ara going to work here.
Oh,
And
Gretchel.
just strength.
Yes.
Power.
Power. Jinx. Power from Gretchel Sotones, who also has variety of speed, down the line.
You know, I know Akari will try to catch up here.
Yes.
If they don't, they'll just try to tire out Cherry from closing the set. Sapul.
Target someone's string.
And it was perfect. Exacto.
Explosion.
It thought of boom. Out of camera range though.
Good receive by Gretchel.
Dahalang. Blocked.
Oh,
And that'll make it 22-16. Akari continues to knock on the door.
yes. Slowly creeping in here in set number 4.
Ooh, overcooked. 23-16. Mitchum. Ooh. Blocked. But in play. Nabor. Sereno.
Galing ni Justine.
Oh.
Oh,
It's
that's
outside.
outside, yes. The ball control of Justine.
Yeah, you know.
Spot on.
Now that you mention it, the way she brings the ball to Mars,
Yes.
just so gently. Despite the fact that it's off a power serve. Huh?
Yes.
Lambot, which what coaches want. Palambutin yung bola. In the meantime, Nabor. Clear open space. And Sultanes ends up sprawled. And Cherry now at set point, threatening to send this to the full route.
Yep, that's in between the hands of Annie Mitchum.
Why not the full route? Into the middle. It's outside. It's outside. She missed the target. And we're going the full route for this one.
Oh, but they will call a challenge, a ball in, ball out challenge on the slide attack of Said Domingo.
Might as well use it, not bringing it anywhere anyway. It's out. It's out. And that'll do it for that set number 4. And that confirms the final score for set 25-17. Challenge is unsuccessful. And the point of this 4th set, the winning point, brought to you by Myra. Be brighter brighter with Myra's Vitamin Power Whitening Lotion. The decider, the 5th, coming your way shortly. Okay, and this has been a battle between two sides that want to win. Of course, Cherry wants to start winning, and Akari wants to continue winning. So why not go to the full route 5th set?
I would say in set number 4, Gertrude Sotones was able to lead the way a bit, but not enough in terms of scoring. As you see the set 4 stats here, 12 attacks for the CHERY Tiggo EV Crossovers and only 9 for the Akari Chargers. They did tally 8 airs alone in set number 4. Miscues here and there, not covering as well. And those are the little things, the small details that
just compounded the whole thing.
Yep.
And piled up. But this is going to be quite a delicious finish, I believe.
Yes.
With the way these two teams have scratched and gnawed at each other, they want the win. It's important. In a way, it's a short tournament, as you mentioned. Top 3 teams from each group, they go crossover, meet the bottom 3. Then everything is one game affairs for the rest of the playoffs. Boy, the coaches are Here we go.
steady as
Sobra, no?
ever.
Galing. Nabor has been tireless here. Sultanes, quick. Fifi mishit it. Galang. Azareno. Ako, sabi ni Sultanes.
Goodness.
Nabor. Galang. So you flicked it high. No real contact. That punches through for Galang.
And you know, you always want to get the first point of the fifth set. It sets
I
the
agree,
tone for your team. Get ready for long rallies here in set number 5.
Yeah. And usually the team that establishes an early lead, 10-5 or 8-5, you don't want to reach the 10 mark kasi might be difficult to turn around. In the meantime, Mitchum,
Good dig by Maraño.
Maraño was thrown aback there. Soyud trying to be crafty. Galang. Alba, let's go, says Mars. Look at Tamabi. Oh, look at this. Ooh. Ooh. This is the party pooper. Net touch
Net
ba?
touch.
It's the most depressing call in all of volleyball, really.
It's
2-0.
the worst. Yep.
Oh.
Let's have a second look on that one.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
PP Sharma. Let's get the quick
There we
point.
go. You know, we've seen Mars Alba give Annie, give Ellie. But she needs to activate the middle blockers a bit more because by the fifth set, sometimes the reinforcements, the wings, are already tired by the fifth set. You gotta understand that.
I saw Tina Salak whisper to Marcel, but as if to say exactly what you said. Actually, let's try something different here. Oh, Zoreno is all over that volleyball. It has her name on it.
Oh!
Sultanas knocking it in.
Pounding that attack cross court. No blockers found for the CHERY Tiggo crossovers.
Clear for landing.
Clear as day.
2 apiece. Look short. Yes, it is.
Fatigue also.
Yep.
Keep in mind, the middle blockers, their role is to block and attack. If you're an open, you have to receive as well. You block and attack. Multiple roles. So Mars needs to activate Fifi Sharma and take advantage of her at the front.
Soltones. And the veteran. I thought I'd never say this. After many years of covering, I covered her in the early years, and now she's a veteran. Just scoring when she has to.
Steady performance from Gretchen Soltones.
Sharma, well, look at the direction of that serve. Good stretch by Mitchum. Soltones. Nabor. Got it.
That's outside.
I thought she had it. It looked good, no?
Very risky move from Johnson Nabor.
But it had the right idea.
Yes.
Mitchum actually chased it down and they dodged the bullet, They dodged the bullet there. Race to 15, keep that in mind. Tap it over, says Sad, and they get the point.
It's a team effort here for the Akari Chargers. So far, so good.
And they lead by 2. Timeout taken by CHERY.
Katawan natin. Ang hirap makaside out, Nandun na tayo, eh. Di ba?
Like this, one side down. CHERY on top. Mental toughness.
No, I agree with Coach Norman Miguel in what he said. It's so hard to get a side out alone.
Yes.
I mean, each point carries so much weight. You can't just let it go. You really have to give your all, especially in the fifth set. It's only up to 15.
But you can't help but admire how the veterans have come to the fore here, responding like Gretchen Santones.
Yes.
Abi Maraño had their moments. Ara Galang had their moments. In the meantime, 5-3 2-point lead by Akari in this deciding fifth. Just the first of 3 games here today. Fifi Sharma serve in play. spot. Denied, but they recycle the offense. The tap, Soltones alert to it. Soyud knocks it in.
There's a touch on that one. Eli Soyud. It's the veterans playing a huge role here in set number 5. Defense is already covered. All the parts here of Akari. It's the team effort we're seeing.
4 straight points by Yes! Perfectly done.
So no smiles now from Uni Batista.
All business for Uni Batista.
Pounding that cross court.
Will serve.
Good receive.
They got
Good
a break there.
play, yes.
Boy, that looked like it was going to die in the water until they made some adjustments. Domingo not cleanly hitting it, but she'll take it. Seven to 4. Boy, as we are about to change sides, CHERY Tiggo lapsing into miscues here. We'll allow the teams to change sides here. Now, Jamie, CHERY needs some quick offense here after this change of sides. Huh?
I think, Bikar, I always say this, the offense has to be spread out. You got to activate Pauline Gaston in the front row just to fool the blocking a bit, move the blockers of Akari, because the pins need to be established.
Jules, what do you have?
7, Jamie, it is a battle between who has more power and who has more drive. In the huddle a while ago, Coach Tina instructed the Akari Chargers to have better coverage. She specifically told Justine Hazareno and setter Mars Alba the specific plays and strategies to use. Coach Tina even told her fellow coaching staff that their serves are too easy for their opponents. And meanwhile, for the CHERY Tiggo Crossovers, Coach Norman only has one directive, and it was for their libero, Karen Verdeflor. Coach Norman told me earlier their team's passing could still be improved, and it is crucial that they do, since all good plays and winning starts there. Let's see who walks home with the win today. 7, Jamie.
Let's see. Robles denied by Domingo.
Said Domingo, perfect timing on that block, in unison with Mars Alba.
And a timeout called by Coach Norman.
Okay naman tayo sa passing na. Makakadiskarte na tayo. Hindi pa tapos siya. Let's go!
Step by step. CHERY! On top!
It's really hard for the coaches, you know. They know na fatigue na yung team, eh, no? It's tired na, 5 sets. Battling so hard in that third, which went Akari's way at 29-27. It's good that CHERY recovered in the fourth. They took it 25-17. But, you know, in that time, you could sense the fatigue. Eh?
Yes, it's there.
And the effect of pressure and tension of the game. Because if CHERY loses here, they'll be 0-2. Oh, boy.
Too good. Gretchen Sotones. It all started with that perfect dig from Justine Hazareno. Mars Alba has so many options. You have Sed Domingo in the front. You still have Annie Mitchum in the back row. A lot of weapons for Akari.
Coach Norman really shuffling his lineup here. I think he's also trying to give his import some breathing time.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Messi. Robles gets it to go.
And this is what we've seen this entire match from set number 1. Says Robles, we've been saying not the tallest of attackers, but just using her smarts, getting a hand on Mars Alba.
19 points. Robles. Here's Gaston. Soltones. Bicard thrown back. Oh! Oh! Oh, the center closing the door.
What a block from Mars Alba and Ced Domingo, shutting down Ces Robles.
Gretchen Soltones. On two, denied. Maranhão sends it airborne. That punches through for Robles.
Redeeming herself after that last sequence. Ces Robles on fire here.
Yes. And now officially it is 19 points. Yes. Akari by 5. Oh, that's not the best time for that to happen. And now Akari tiptoeing towards the finish line here. Getting some freebies along the way. Ced has had some aces.
Good serve.
Robles, good angle, but kept in play. One more time around this block. Soltones tosses it. Tough angle, and
Smart.
cleanly done.
Galang coming
Just-
off the bench. Veterans using their experience.
Tapikin ko nga. Maiba naman. And that's the right move at that particular moment. Here's Robles, all set to serve. Currently down 7-12. Oh.
And it works for Fifi Sharma.
Yes, and they're bringing her team closer to the end. 13-7.
Akari slowly nearing the finish line here.
Mars Alba. Nabor, too low. It's still alive though. Alba makes it a set. The board stretches for it. Block! Seal! Fifi says no way.
Especially you're up against a tall order, Fifi Sharma and Annie Mitchum.
And we arrive at match point. That's out, and we are done. And with a challenge, will there be a challenge? Just
A block touch challenge.
but it doesn't look just not overwhelming. Looks like it's a clear point for the other side.
Akari made it difficult for them here in set number 5 with the blocking alone up against that wall.
I agree. And let's take a close look. Nothing there. And that makes it official.
That is 2 for 2 now for the Akari Chargers.
Auspicious start by the Chargers. And now, on the other hand, CHERY Tiggo drops to 0-2. Long, entertaining match, this one. No question about it. And we're just in the first of a triple bill here today. But Azareno, what a game she has played as libero, huh?
So steady. I mean, Mars Alba doesn't have to worry about the digging all the time. Has a lot of weapons, like I mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Just a well-oiled machine. Tina Salak.
Did a masterful job there. And pushed the right buttons and got her team functioning well. And as we bring at this point, brought to you by Myra, be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. We're going to take a short pause, and in just a short while, we'll get to meet our player of the game, and we'll wrap up with a few numbers and prep you for the 2 more games down the road. Okay, a rousing 5-set win by Akari, second straight. And look at how close and tight and how long it was. But an enjoyable moment with Jamie La Victoria and Jules Israel as we present this.
Seven, Jamie, I'm here with our best player of the game, Justine Hazarano. Congratulations, Justine. And I'm also here with baby Austin. Ate, it was such a tight game. Paano kayo nag-adjust in the middle of the game?
Siguro sinabi ko lang sa teammates ko na we have to work together since minsan nga may times na hindi kami nagko-connect. So, yun, sinunod lang namin yung system ni Coach Tina.
And grabe ate, kitang-kita talaga yung leadership mo as a captain of the team and as a leader in the court. Ano yung approach ng leadership mo ngayon and in this conference?
Lagi lang naman ako compose. Kailangan ko lang i-compose yung sarili ko para at least yung teammates ko hindi rin marattle sa games po namin.
And kitang-kita talaga yung composure and leadership mo, Justine. May gusto ka bang batiin at pasalamatan for this win?
Binabati ko po si Sir Chris. Maraming salamat po sa management po ng Akari, Hazarano family, Mandado family, sa teammates ko, kay Coach Tina, Mama. Thank you po!
Congratulations again, Justine, and congratulations to the Akari Chargers. There you have it, 7 Jamie, our best player of the game.
Daming moments, di ba? And everybody got, look, what a baby does to change. Lahat sila nanay bigla. But an enjoyable moment for Akari. They worked hard on this one. Do we say, I think we say bye-bye already. Yep, in behalf of Jamie and Jules, this is coming up next. Thank you for joining us. Big win by Akari.